What's up, NBA fans? What's up, all sports fans? This your boy, JB, host of the Behind the Bench Podcast Network and channel, giving a shout out to the rest of the crew. Shy, Kelvin, and Jermaine, KB Film Room, and Big Dog Talk Sports. That's right. For everyone who's tuning in, this is a doozy right here. Thank you for supporting Behind the Bench. Subscribe to the channel. Help make the show the best that it can be. Now, before I start this, before I kick this one off, man, I just want to let everybody know I was not like intentionally or thinking about doing a video on this particular subject, man. I was not. It was like I was drawn to it. I came across something today, earlier today. I said, I have to share it, man. I have to share it. And, it's one of the things, man, if one believe in the b-ball guys, the basketball guys, hey, I believe the b-ball guys drew me to this information, man. And like I said, man, there's been a lot of talk about nostalgia and this and that, all this jazz, why the league is in the state that it's in, and people know, man, there's something going on with the NBA right now, and they're going to have to figure it out. And it's a real simple answer. But, I try not to, I'm going to try to stop doing so many videos about the purple and gold. But it's hard not to, man, because like I say, it's not a thing about living in the past, man. It's about knowing what you saw. So what I do is, the way I do is, since this has went down over the past 7 years, I'm comparing based on the metric and the progression of the real drafted players versus who they've been floating in and out of here for the past 7 years. I'm comparing the trajectory of both approaches. And to me, it just shows that the real future was cast aside to, generate an all-time win-out scenario when they brought the hurricane, who blew the hinges off the doors, man. And he did it in record time, too. But I want to show people this, man. And I know everybody probably saying, man, why is he showing a picture of Kyle Kuzma and Ivica Zubac? Well, this is the reason right here. And I'm telling you, man, it puts a smile on my face, but at the same time, I'd be like, God dang it, man. They're not supposed to be doing this anywhere else but in that purple and gold. And the only reason, no matter what the fans of the Hurricane say, the only reason they were let go and traded away is because of his presence on the team and him putting pressure on them, the Laker brass, to get rid of the real draftees, the drafted players, in order to flip around, along with a decade of draft picks, to bring in one superstar after the next. That's what this whole venture has been about. But check this out. One second. Booyah! 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 You see that right there? Let's start with the gentleman to the left, Kyle Kuzma, who was much maligned during his tenure with the Lakers. And people may forget, as I always say, Kyle Kuzma was a top 5 Rookie of the Year candidate when he entered the NBA. And he's top 5 in Laker history in total points scored by a rookie. So we're talking about exclusive company. I'm sure Jerry West is one of those players, along with Elgin Baylor, probably Gail Goodrich, and I'm thinking Magic Johnson. And then you got Kyle Kuzma. So he's part of Laker history, man. That's special. All the great players they've had that they drafted, you know what I'm saying? Kyle Kuzma is part of that. He's part of that. But look at this. According to B-Ball Index, players are shooting 27.5% with Kyle Kuzma as their primary defender since the season resumed after the All-Star break. Among players to defend at least 40 shot attempts, that's the best mark in the NBA. Now they told me, man, Kuzma, basically, man, he was expendable. See, the thing is, man, when cats tell me that, I never believed in it. And the reason why, I saw all 82 games the year before they brought the Hurricane to the team. In my eye test, I'm telling you what I did. It was like I was scouting them, man. That's what it felt like. And I was picking up on all their attributes as players, man. I was like, wow. I was like, man, the scouting department, man. Like I said, they went Rose Scholar mode. And, you know, after his second year, man, his scoring average went from 18 points a game to like 12 and a half because he had to perform within the LBJ system. And he lost his way as a player. He gets traded to Washington. And here go a little tidbit right here. Here go a little fun fact. His first 2 years in Washington, particularly his first year, he led the NBA in clutch shooting percentage in the last minute of basketball games. That means he was performing beyond a superstar level. He was shooting 72% in clutch moments during the last minute of basketball games. Are you kidding me? That means he was more clutch than any superstar in the league. But they're going to tell me he didn't have no value. So as soon as he gets traded to a good team, he's contributing to success. He's contributing to wins. Because Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's going to be the number one guy. He's the franchise player. Then you got Damian Lillard. But Kyle Kuzma's right there, man. And he's been the best defender at his position in the league since the All-Star break. Wow, that's saying a lot. Kyle Kuzma. Then to the right, according to B-Ball Index, this is the top 10 players in the NBA, particularly at the center position, when it comes to help defense. And who's sitting there at the top of the list above 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. One of the most talented young centers, Rudy Gobert for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Alperen Sengun, one of the top young centers in the NBA for the Houston Rockets. Zach Edey, rookie drafted by the Memphis Grizzlies, 7'4", about 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Victor Wembanyama, second-year sensation, leading the league in blocks per game. And then you have Brook Lopez, people like Brook Lopez, who starting center for the Milwaukee Bucks, helped them win the championship in 2021. Who is sitting atop the list? Ivica Zubac. This is the same player who was casted out of his home, his domain, 6 years ago when he was traded to the Clippers for a bag of chips. I'm telling you, man, this is brutal. And last year he led the league in rim protection by percentage. That means he was better in that facet of the game on defense in the paint than your best centers in the league. Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, Domantas Sabonis, Giannis Antetokounmpo, combo power forward, he can play the center at times. Kristaps Porzingis, Alperen Sengun, Victor Wembanyama, Nikola Vucevic. You know what I'm saying? Fritz Wagner for Orlando, Mitchell Robinson for the New York Knicks. And he led the league in rim protection. And here he is, man. He's the best help defender in basketball at his position. But they told me these players weren't no good. I knew better, man. I knew what my eyes were telling me. So when I emphasized what we gave up, man, and I know a lot of fans feeling good right now because they just traded for Luka Doncic. But the problem is, the thing is, if they would have built the team up the way they're supposed to have built the team up and not bring the Hurricane to the franchise, they wouldn't need a Luka Doncic because they would have had a superstar free agent in 2019 when they had the largest free agent talent pool in the history of the NBA. They wouldn't have to be flipping for superstars every 2 years because remember, they told us that Anthony Davis was going to be the future of the franchise and that he would retire as a Laker and he's gone within 5.5 years. So you know what that tells me, man? You know what that tells me? If Anthony Davis, who I'm a tremendous fan of, if he really wanted to play for the Lakers, he would have signed on his own as a free agent. But he was led to request a trade to the Lakers to help out the Hurricane, to help him win. And now he gone. So think about it. Think about it, people. Anthony Davis, his specialty is defense, right? But Zubac is leading the NBA in help defense at his position. And then you have a Kyle Kuzma who's playing better defense than anybody at his position since the All-Star break. Remember what they said about Brandon Ingram? When he was a Laker, he was 6'8" and had a 7'2" wingspan. Josh Hart, with the New York Knicks now, they played the Philadelphia 76ers yesterday. He grabbed 17 rebounds. He is the best rebounder in the history of this league for any player at his height or shorter. Best ever, man. And the Lakers drafted him. And he can defend. Alex Caruso, he is one of the best defenders as a reserve coming off the bench, who we brought up through our G League team, the South Bay Lakers. Lonzo Ball, as a rookie, he darn near averaged 2 steals a game. He averaged like about 1.7, 1.8 steals a game. And that just shows why they generated a 10th ranked defense as a unit before they brought the Hurricane to the team. And they would have constantly improved together and developed their chemistry on both sides of the court. So in closing, as I've been saying, and like I said, I wasn't even thinking about doing this, man, until I came across this information. Our young core was the best in the league. And if they would have been allowed to grow together, like Kyle Kuzma said, during his 3rd year in the NBA, he said, I'm surprised that we got rid of all this young talent because I believe we had a dynasty. And if we had built this thing up right and bring in the right superstars as a free agent, we would be gearing up for our 3rd championship run. It would have started in 2021, and then, about every 2 years or so on average. I'm telling you what we had out there, man. But like I said, everything, it don't surprise me. But at the same time, when I came across this information, it put a smile on my face because it just confirmed what my eye test was telling me. They was ahead of the curve, people. They were just so young starting out. That's the only what can I say? That was really the main challenge, was for them to adapt as one and done players, as young players, and learning how to win in this league. But they would have passed with flying colors in due time. But man, so when they said our young core wasn't no good, I tell you what, Zubac is the best help defender in the league at his position, and Kuzma's playing better defense than anybody right now in the NBA at his position. So somebody missed the mark out there. That's all I can say. But I just want to drop that nugget. Until next time, leave comments, posts, share your thoughts. This is JB for BTB Behind the Bench.